Hi, this is Ashilat with the latest Lunch and Learn. Yesterday I had a phone call from a client who's done several courses with me, doing really well, and has really started to do a lot of marketing on Facebook, on Twitter and Instagram. And what's happening is he's starting to get quite a few inquiries back, particularly from his Instagram pictures. And he asked me, how would I respond back? What's the best way of how to respond back to those patients? And I said, well, you can do a few things, but if I was you, probably the best way, what you want to try and do is try and get involved from Instagram. You want to try and get the patient involved into a conversation, either over the telephone or possibly even better, maybe by Zoom or FaceTime. And that way you've got a great chance of building rapport. And the reason why I suggested this is because what you want to try and do is find out if you've got a patient who's genuinely interested in your services. In my old days of sales training many years ago, there was a saying, and the saying was, you've got to find out if you've got a prospect or a suspect. Now, a prospect is someone who's genuinely interested in your services, and a suspect isn't. You know, they're just making the odd inquiry, but really have not got any interest in actually purchasing now. So what you really want to do is find out if you've got someone who's genuinely interested in your services. And I suggested a quick telephone call or sometime on Zoom, and that way you can establish, and if it works really well, then you can invite the patient in to a consultation in your dental practice. So, how do you establish if you've got a prospect or a suspect? Well, you want to do that by, of course, building rapport and asking some key questions. And the key questions you want to be asking is, thanks for the inquiry. What is it that's in particular has caused your interest about this treatment? How is it we can actually help you? What are your current concerns about the treatment? So you want to find out off the patient, what is their concerns at this present moment in time? What's caused their interest? The other key question is you want to be asking, have they been thinking about this for a while? Now, the major advantage of asking that question is that if they have been thinking about it for a while, then of course, then maybe you've got someone who's particularly genuinely interested. But if you ask the next question, why now? Or do you have an event or something coming up where this is important to you? And there's a really strong reason, then it looks like you've got a prospect and you've got someone who's genuinely interested in your services. And that way you could possibly invite them in for a full consultation in your practice. So, quick tip takeaway from this today is whenever you get some inquiries, particularly by Instagram or even by email or anything like that, try and get the patient offline to a online conversation with the patient. Try and, if you can, get them on a Zoom call or FaceTime or something like that. That way you can build that rapport and they can see you, you can see them, and start asking those 5 to 6 key questions and see if you've got someone who's really genuinely interested in purchasing or buying now. And if you have, then you can invite them in for a full consultation. Hope you found this quick lunch and learn useful. Start asking questions. The more you learn, the more you will earn.